Hello, welcome back to 3D Drawing for Your Model Railway. In today's lesson we're going to continue working on with the underframe details. I'm initially going to start with looking at mirroring the wagon across so we've got the whole wagon complete then, and then starting to move the V-hangers into the various different positions required depending on which side of the wagon we're looking at. So because we've now got the wagon symmetrical, what we don't want to do is just do a plain mirror, because then we'll end up with things like the handbrake being at the same end on both sides, the label things being in the same place. So we need to copy it and then also rotate as well. So if we're going to right click, do remove copy on body 31, which is the main part of the wagon. And we're going to click create copy. And then we're going to move it to the side so we can see where it is, rotate it through 180 degrees, and then we're going to start to just move it across. I'm just going to drag it across using the blue box button here. Okay. And then the next thing we want to do is we're going to use point to point. So we can select 2 points, then get them to join. So I'll put that point there. I'm going to get it to join to this point, the same point that's vertically opposite it on the other side. Okay, so they're now copied across, and as you can see, the handbrake is on diagonally opposite sides, so we know we've copied this, rotated it correctly. We click on OK. We've now got 3 bodies again, one for each half. Okay, I'm going to turn off body 84, which is the V-hanger, or the V-hanger on mine, and then I'm going to combine body 31 as type body with body 87, and then we've got the whole wagon now complete. Okay, so let's look at now sorting out these V-hangers. Turn them back on so we can see the exact position it's in. Unfortunately, the photographs we've got, none of them are really great for showing up exactly what's underneath. Although you can see the position of the V-hangers on each side of the wagon. These 2 sides are the same. This is the opposite side. You can see there's 3 sets on this side, 2 on this side. What I have got though is a friend called Mark Lambert's also sent me this picture of a photo of a model he did, which shows the position of the V-hangers and all the detail underneath really that's going to be of use to us. So first thing we need to look at is they're all in pairs. So what I'm going to do is create a copy of this one, and I'm going to move that copy using the normal free movement type here. I'm going to move a copy inwards. Make sure that's not a copy there. I'm going to come back in. I think 4mm is probably going to sort of match up what Mark's got here. So coming in 4mm, click on an OK. We should have a separate body now. So we've got the V-hangers as separate parts. Now between them there is a rod that runs between them, so I'm going to turn the body off there. I'm just going to create a circle on the inside of one of them, doesn't matter which one. Make sure I've got the right one. Yeah. Circle on the inside, find the midpoint. I'm going to go for 0.7. I know it's a bit big, but it's going to give it a little bit more strength. I'm going to make sure I get all of the parts there, do that little fillet there, extrude that across to the inside of the inner one, and then we're going to join those 2. With the body 31 turned off, which is the main body, we'll keep them as a separate part. Okay, so now we need to work out which side are we actually looking at and working on. So on one side, as I say, you've got 2 of them, and then on the other side you've got 3 of them. So it depends completely on which side you're working as to where you want to position it. So I'm going to sort this side out first. So it's the side with the change over here and the tank on the end here. So the next V-hanger across is going to be sort of just to the right of where the upright on the step is. So I'm going to create a copy of body 84. Move that side on. Create a copy with 3 move type. I'm just going to drag this across. I think -8.5 might work for us. There we go. Okay, again I'm keeping that as a separate body behind there. Okay, so on this side there is none at the other end, but underneath this one will go all the way across to the other side. So we can then take body 89, which is the middle one, move copy. If we spin underneath, we can just drag this across until it matches up on the side here, like that. So 12.4 brings across to the edge. Oops, actually cancel that. We've got to do move copy and have that as create copy. So we come across to, as I say, 12.4 to the edge. That's all lined up, and then we can click OK on that one. Okay, so that side's done. We now need to spin the wagon around, and we're going to look at the opposite side. Okay, so we've got the one, we're looking at this side now. So we've got to bring another copy back to the handbrake here. So again, we're looking at body 90 there, move copy, create a copy. I'm going to drag this across to match up the handbrake. I think we did, looking at that one, 12.2. Let's just spin around the other side and have a look. So that sort of matches there. Yeah, it needs to come back. It needs to come back this way a little bit. I'm going to do 0.5. Once we moved it, it changed everything, the numbers wise there. So now I need one down this end now. And I'm going to take a guess, let's have a look at the picture, it's going to be matching across to where this one is. So that's going to be this position. So theoretically we should be able to bring this one across, which is body 84. That was 12.4 we come across there. So we've now got all our V-hangers matched up with where they should be. You can check the position of this one, just at the end there, that's good. Yeah, happy with all those. We can combine those all into the same body now that we've got them all as the correct position. There is none in this position here though. So combine, body 31 as our target, and then our tool is going to be all the rest of the V-hangers there as one part. Okay, so now the V-hangers are done, the next part I'm going to put on is this little air tank here. Now the position of that air tank is on the side that's got 2 V-hangers. So we're looking at this side, and it sits roughly in this position at the end of the suspension. So what we're going to do is come to the bottom, We're actually going to make a little plate for it to sit on because it sits away from the floor. Just going to use a little rectangle, and then, as I say, in this position, about 1mm wide by 2mm long. Let's define the height or distance from the edge there, 1.1, and distance from the edge of the suspension, we have a 0.35 there. And then just going to extrude this out slightly. Probably half a millimetre seems okay. Tell that to join. And then we're going to create a sketch on the front surface of this. It's going to have a circle on it. We're going to find the midpoint of that part. I'm going to come down and I'm going to draw a circle that will intercept it because it needs to be attached to be able to print with some support. I'm going to go for probably 2mm in diameter, and then we're going to extrude that in two-sided extrusion, making sure that it joins. We come forwards, flatten a little bit. Yeah, 0.8, and then I'm going to go backwards. It's not going to be seen underneath, so I'm probably only going to come to the edge there, so 2mm. So 0.8mm forwards and 2mm backwards. That gives us that profile. It's got rounded edges, so I'm just going to take those edges, put a little fillet onto them, just to smooth them up. So yeah, 0.25 there. And that's going to give that profile. I think it looks pretty reasonable there. It's about the right size. It comes down to the bottom of this. Yeah, looks okay to me. So again, I'm going to use Mark's picture here to help demonstrate the next part. I'm not going to worry about all this rigging going around here because it's just not going to print particularly well. I'm going to get the two vacuum cylinders on the end here though, and they're on the opposite side of the wagon. So we rotate to the bottom, we zoom out, and rotate the wagon round so it's the same way up as Mark's picture. So there's our tank that we've just drawn. The two vacuum cylinders are on the left hand side just above these two V hangers here. So if we create a sketch on the floor again, it's rotated around so we can see we're still in this area here. Going to find sort of a midpoint between these two here, and we'll draw, I reckon, about 3mm in diameter. From the edge, I'm going to go 2.25. Okay, next how close. It's pretty close actually to the edge of the V hanger. So look at the distance there. I'm going to reduce that to say 2mm. I'm going to extrude that upwards. Probably 2mm would look reasonable. Tell it to join. Click on OK. It's very difficult with the pictures as well to see exactly what the shape is. It is a little bit rounded on the bottom edge here, so you can fillet that off, say 0.25, just to round that out, and then obviously you've got the pin that comes out of the bottom here, the actuating pin. So on the top surface of the cylinder, create another circle in the middle. Just going to go for 0.8mm in diameter, and then we'll extrude that. Yeah, maybe 1mm I think looks okay. Tell that to join. And then we need to copy the whole vacuum cylinder along to the next part across. So rectangular pattern again, features, I'm going to select all those extrusions there. And then direction, want to come horizontally along, 2 of them. Again, we're looking at a similar position relative to this V hanger here. Let's come back a little bit, maybe, yeah, 8.5 millimeters there. Click on OK. We can spin that back around to have a look at the side profile. Okay. Comparing. Maybe need to. No, I'm pretty happy with that actually. I'm not going to go into too much detail with the rest of the rigging under here because it's not going to be particularly visible. I don't run my wagons upside down, and the side profile looks pretty close. There's a lot going on underneath there, so I'm pretty happy with where that is. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I think we're pretty much there with the detail underneath. There's a couple of things I'm going to add in on the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe for more content.